Start recording. Alright, so we got Ann's, my team, with Nandem the sub, taking my place because I'm never around. And I don't know whose team this is, but most likely they're gonna, well, we all know. They lose. Okay. Wonderful, the surprise is over. Alright, so we got left, it's 34-minute game. It's a lot longer than I would expect. Maybe it's because of the map. Looks like a red 4 versus red 4. Let's speed it up. Get to deployment. This map is pretty much you attack Delta or you attack Foxtrot, and you hope to God that they don't take your spawn point. A lot of flanking can happen here because it's a lot of open ground. It's a lot easier to flank on the upper side of this map than on the bottom, just because the way that people play it. Usually a lot of recon comes over here, not so much up there. Because the fight is at Delta versus the fight at Charlie Golf. Okay, it's a 6-minute deployment so far. Okay, some silly markers going out. I'll look at my team first. 2 fobs. We got how many CVs? We got 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we got 4 CVs over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Juliet, Hotel, Foxtrot, and India. It's a good choice. Take all your +2s as much so that you get the enemy behind. We got the other enemy team with a CV in the back corner. I do not agree with that. That's 1, 2, 3. Wow, they're going 3 CVs, so they will be behind in the first minute. Alright, so we got a helicopter push. Well, not a push. We got a helicopter landing on Delta, helicopter push to Foxtrot. We got a helicopter. We got a weak helicopter push towards middle. And that's about it. There's no real. Yeah, it's mostly ground units for my team. I'm going to take a look at this. This is a lot of points. It's probably just 3 anti-air helos, 3 ATGM. But this also has ATGMs, so it's a lot of anti-ground units, but definitely more than enough to take out this helicopter grouping. I don't know how missiles exploded over there. This K-52, wow, they didn't even hit that. They killed a recon, that's good. Mi-24Vs with the DP took out those. Strela 1M, pretty much firing on the move. Doesn't care if it gets taken out, because it fires all day. That's why you get them. 30 points, they fire. They'll take out a helicopter most likely before it gets taken out. So this K-52 has some anti-air missiles left. I think that he should have stayed because he should have recognized nothing getting fired. Now all the anti-air pieces are here. They really needed to drop these guys off over here. I don't know why they didn't push them up further. That would have been a real hamper. 24M, that's a wonderful choice. Look at this path, that's wonderful. Gornastrelki's landed, that's a good choice as well. Good choice not to unload your units. MTVs are going to wreck all the infantry that's out in the open. Yeah, not too bad. They had a pretty good opener. But it would have been a lot better if they brought these guys up here from the start with those helicopters. There was no AA to take them out, especially if you land them back here. Should have paid attention more. They had the recon for it to understand where to place their units. They're going to take Gulf because it looks like my team went heavy on their +2 sector, which is pretty much standard. You know, +2 versus +1. Rather have a +2 taken away. BTR 90 going to take out these BTRDs. Poor VDV. Oh, they get out beforehand. Very good. These units are going back to the FOB. This will definitely wreck whatever's here. If they brought out just an infantry squad or a BRDM-3 over here, would have been perfect. 29S, interesting choice, and it's the rookie. So you get 3 instead of 2. 2 instead of 1 rather, as a rookie. GRU versus 2 VDV, but they're both panicked. Well, 1 panicked, 1 worried. I think the Spets is going to have trouble, but plenty of stuff to help it out. No AA, by the way. So Mi-28 would be helpful. Oh, Tungu's gone the way. Okay. BU in the open with 1 AA piece. This is where you lose a BU pretty easily. They brought out another CV to get ahead quickly. These guys should have done the same. Nandemani, Yeah, and then Demoni is the one with the helicopters. Took 3 anti-air missiles to take out that Mi-2. MiG-27 coming in, should be targeting the BU. I don't know what it's going after actually. What is it going after? Seriously, there's nothing else spotted. Oh, doing a turnaround to get side shots? Wasted 1 shot. Don't make it waste another. Oh, it wasted another. Let's see. Because they saw that. Should have been targeted on that. That was very poor micro by Nandemani. The other 3s fighting each other. One beats the other. K-52 probably was hitting it a little. Again, 2 AA pieces, so this is getting past them all, so once it lands over here, it'll just do work. MiG-27 gonna take these 2 out. Really gotta target the unit, otherwise it's gonna miss pretty heavily. Guess he's trying out stuff, but my team is not using their planes properly. Get the most effect out of them. A lot of helicopters being called out by Blue 4. It's probably because they've noticed a lack of AA. Nothing has died in the air yet. MiG-27 fighting a UM takes it out, mostly because it got out of the cover that it was just in. Very unfortunate. Guns blazing took it out. MiG-27 finally hits it. Okay. This is where MiG-BIS target focus on that. BTRD. Okay, so they're covering this flank. That's good. Yeah, so everyone's covering their flanks, so nothing can sneak by at this point. Again, if they lost most of their no, one recon squad, the other one's alive. If they had these guys in these forests, in these areas, probably would have done very well. Although they used my team used helicopters to get in, so it probably wouldn't have made any difference. Lost 72A to a MiG-27 again, but not losing their planes against the AA because the AA is very weak, very thin net. The BM's moving forward, getting attacked by Conquerors, MTVs, all sorts of stuff. MiG-27 going after the Buratino, gonna take it out, most likely. Holy crap. I think it was a trained pilot, and that's why it missed so badly. This is why you don't get trained. Having 3 trained, while it sounds like a good idea to get 2 veteran, you are guaranteed a kill. And now there's a Buratino left on the field, instead of the MiG-27 trading for it. Napalm Bombers versus PD. PD should win this exchange. Yes, LSTR helped take it out. I would have thought that it would have been upvetted for doing that. Oh well. LSTR are elite, so they got upvetted. Okay. Spetsgru versus Morskaya Pekota and Gornostrelki. Not gonna do well because of just 2 machine guns versus 1 and a sniper. I mean, just a sniper. These units are gonna get wrecked by the helicopters. Should have been brought over a little bit earlier though, considering they know where the AA is. Blue side making strides on Echo because red team really blew their lead by attacking with their tanks without any real support. You need recon when you use your tanks, or at least a shittier tank up front to spot the enemy, to at least get hit.
Buddy joined your channel.
Hey, Priya, what are you doing?
Hello, Legatus. I am casting some replays, which is why I'm in this room. What's up? Watching my team beat pretty much everyone. I wanted to see what happened. I mean, it's pretty much people making mistakes against us. I mean, like, sometimes they had a better opener, like this one. But, didn't work out still. Spetsnaz on open ground, no fire support. Of course they're gonna lose. But the AA pieces having no support against infantry, just a bad choice. For some reason they brought out a second CV to the wrong area. Should have brought it to Gulf instead of doubling up in Delta. That's just mismanaged. Yeah, 2 different CVs. They didn't talk to each other probably. I don't know why people turn off the guns on their planes, but whatever. Some do, some don't. I know I don't. BRDM-3 holding everything up over here. GRU going up the mountain. That's very interesting. Good idea. Gonna see all the planes that come this way for sure. Buratino teaching these guys to stop ganging up on poor guys running in open field. Bornashelki gonna get killed by Morskaya Pekota. This could have been brought up immediately. Yeah, they don't own Echo. I don't know why that CV's there. Should have been brought over, but now they gotta waste points on Gulf. So this is a spare CV doing absolutely nothing. Bad choice, honestly. MI6. Interesting choice. And especially with its positioning. And taking a look at this down here, we got a crap load of helicopters at the base, hovering, resupplying actually. Alright, hopefully he uses them again. Buratino wasn't that effective. Took out 4 infantry units, didn't even do much. GRU infiltrating very well. The Bucks are going back to base. And marked Bucks are now not where they're marked, so that'll be interesting to see if they try to hit it. BRDM-3 spotted. This MiG-S should have gone after it. Or, you know what? All these helicopters easily should take it out. Bomber dropping bombs on a tank. It did absolutely nothing. That is incredible. BTR-90 versus BRDM-3. A wonderful, most fun battle. This BRDM-3 is probably the one that they should be worried about. I don't know why they're not sending these helicopters after it, but that is a big mistake. Heavy push across Echo. These guys should have been doing something over here to take out that forest. This is an interesting choice. I don't think that they understand that if the enemy has nothing here, they're not going to put a CV there. Yeah. They should have actually seen the CV get landed and go into that city, so it's kind of weird. Should have been brought out up here. Would have been immensely more useful. This flank attack is going to be super successful, just judging by what's being used. They recognize the helicopter here is dead. This K-52 is going to be in trouble because of these Mi-24Ps. They have very nice anti-helicopter and anti-plane missiles.
See you later.
See you, Legatus.
Buddy left your
Tunguska
channel.
called out. Pretty good napalm bomb. Took out most of the almost all of it. That's impressive. Good run right there. K-52 takes out one, gets taken out. The trade is not worth it. This BRDM-3 should have been left in the forest. Well, it doesn't really matter. They knew about it, and they have 2 helicopters. That's more than enough to handle it. SpetsGRU find some ZPTUs and BTRDs, and they take out 2 of the ZPTUs, maybe 3. Definitely would have been more worth it to bring the GRU back there. That mark. SU-24M bombing, taking out the CV because they saw it. So hey, they got a spare CV. I guess that's useful now. But definitely could have done something else. This is a weird choice. 3 of them. I don't know where they're going with it. These are short range. They're not that useful. They're good at the beginning of a game, nothing else. And if you need to plug a gap quickly. But they have a massive gap. So if anything, this should go here. But it's pretty shitty. It's too late. 72M moving up. BMP-3 gonna get taken out soon. Oh, it's out of ammo, so who cares? I think it took out... Yeah, it finished off the LSTR squad. The fight over here. No infantry left to fight it. Awesome, okay. GRU squad should have been moved up to spot, but this fire support will panic and stun. They will not be that effective. BV surviving, very lucky. 29S gonna kill both those, I think both of the squad. Boom and boom, yeah. Oh, 1, okay. This is where fire position might be useful. Huge push of mostly cheap stuff across the field to Foxtrot. So planes should be, yep, good. Taking out the AA, the big AA pieces. OSA AKs paying off doing that. 24M coming in, should be landing on this. AKs should take it out though. Especially with the LSTR support. But that is All 3 AKs down. That's 120 for 130. Not so good. Seed coming out. Everything missed. That is incredible. Yeah. Maybe everything missed? Maybe they hit that. Strela one. No, that everything missed. The SK is the only thing that killed one Tunguska. Terrible trades all in all. Optical failure, that's unfortunate. Although it was aiming at that SU, so it would have been a wasted shot anyway. Getting side shots. ATGM's coming from these BWPs, so it's not going to do much. If it even tries to survive. Yeah. Needed a tank or ATGMs over here as well. Usually very helpful. UM's down from side shots. I think that it got down by the gun, not even by the missile, because the first one missed and then it died. Sierra does finally hit its mark, ranks up. 29S will survive from that. Oh no, gets taken out, wow. Tunguska survives, that's weird. DPTUs versus Morskaya. Wow. Usually Morskaya don't hit with their RPG that often. Seed gonna take out or completely miss with 82% chance to hit. That is really bad. Okay. Yeah, if you look at the map just from this perspective, red is really thin. And in fact, they have used all their tanks. Because the BU moved over to here where it should have been. But there's an Akula. I think LSTRs are going to be able to do something about it though. Yes, this is going to be a dead Akula. Yeah, it's going to be dead. Ooh, wow. They didn't swap the position of the squads. Very bad. Should have microed it to do that. Very big kill, just got missed. ZPTU versus Buck. Probably will die, yeah. ZPTU would have killed the Buck because of the kinetic energy rounds it has. Buratino not resupplying. That's kind of weird. Maybe because they don't notice that it's out of fuel. Mark the helicopter so that they know where to hit. This squad should be swapped. They should have been swapped. I don't know why they weren't. That really was a big miss. This game's taken longer than expected. They're holding out pretty well. They did a pretty okay attack, but it was lacking in a lot of things as well as timing. Should have been a lot earlier. Like when they took out most of the helicopters that came in. These guys should have been in there by then. Yeah, could have been a very different game. But they had a great bombing run, great helicopter push to start. The follow-up was kind of weak. Gornostrelkis probably would have done pretty well against most of the stuff that came in. It's just that all the massive firepower would have overwhelmed the Gornostrelki. But the helicopters would have taken it out. 2 people on the left, 1 on the right. Makes sense. I think that they just lost their super heavy tank. Yeah. The MiG-27 most likely. They probably killed it too with these 3 units. Again, you don't want to leave your high value targets out in the open. You need to put them in cover. Boss wants that dead because he knows it's recon. Making your enemy blind is very, very effective. Something that just you got to get used to playing with the recon. It's very important. Good stealth like this. You'll see any helicopter being brought out. We don't see them, he sees the helicopters. So he'll see everything coming this way. Although it's kind of in a bad path because attacking over the mountain is gonna spot it. Yuckyunde. I think that's the elite, so they're gonna get demolished by this. BTR 90 just going wherever it wants, that's horrible. Should be trying to kill this because it will die if SPW should have stayed still, would have killed it. Also unloaded the units. SU-122 is going to support. ETR-90 gets taken out by the plane just in time. Mi-28 kills a BRDM-3 again. Spets VMF are going to get wrecked. Yeah, I don't know why he left it. Should have been building hopping. It's pretty hard to spot them. They avoid fire pretty well. He's been keeping these helicopters alive for pretty long. He's doing well with that. Akula goes right to the spot where it got attacked. I don't think this Tunguska is visible. Now it is. But it's kind of too late. That Akula that just got healed. Move your infantry to hit it. Come on. Oh, it's dead. Yeah. Good. Good for the enemy. Not for my team. Alright, so the full-on push is getting underway. I think that he needs the fire support to move up at this point. Ah, Yakiware. Alright. That's what you want to bring up. His fire support got taken out again, but SU-122 is moving up, pretty much forcing Gornoshelki to fire at these 5-point transports that can suppress Spetsnaz because they're out of range and they're vehicles and not infantry. So yeah, using reservists like a boss. Right side probably could have pushed through a lot earlier, but it wouldn't have really meant anything, so they did the right thing to hold. Probably could have tried to flank a lot earlier. This helicopter going around to spot stuff. See what they got here. They got 3 AA pieces over here. That's pretty funny. And the helicopter to recon. I don't know why he just left it there. But whatever, it works. SU-122's demolishing whatever's in the way. Man, that is a lot of firepower. Gee, poor guys. Yeah, so this is gonna be pretty effective. I think this is where they're gonna lose it. I'll speed it up because there isn't really much to say besides, you know, overwhelming force. There's a 4-stack of BDB, that's terrible. The enemy doesn't have much to respond. They've been trading poorly, using expensive stuff to kill cheap stuff and then losing the expensive units. Not generally how you want to do it. Yeah. Alright, they even cap it almost immediately after they take it. That is ballsy. But considering the units and how many died, that was perfect timing. That was a Buratino that hurt the ally more than the enemy. But you know, it's only a couple of VDV, who cares, and vehicles that are super cheap. Bosa AK is going to a flank position. Kinda dangerous for anything that flies right over, but VMF going on the field. Poorly timed with the GRU. There's no other way to know. Well, I mean, they would have never known anyway. Moderna comes out late. That should have been there a little bit earlier. But essentially, they brought the wrong stuff at the wrong time. They bought way too many planes when they were super weak on the ground. That's a mistake that a lot of people make. Buratino firing, taking out most of the units here. Stunning and panicking the other Buratino. That's really funny. Yeah, and that is the game. And I think the enemy bought way too many planes and didn't buy ground units. Look at this. The trades were heavily on my team versus theirs. Really negative, really negative. The only real positive, super positive. Everyone was mostly positive. Okay.